Okay, so looking at this system, it looks like to our north, we have, that looks to me like a fairly low precipitation supercell up to the north, and a fairly high precipitation storm system over here. We have some downpours. Looking at the weather situation, so we can see that low precipitation system up there, which is moving away from us. But this high precipitation area here is the one that we want to watch. So already this is severe thunderstorm warned. We have a little core of quite intense precipitation with rotation. So once again, in reality, this would be tornado warned because there is rotation here. So this would have a real life tornado warning behind it, but in game it does not. Looking at the weather situation, we have low speed winds coming from the south by southeast, with fairly low level cape. So we may see some tornadoes coming into the picture on the west side of the map, but they're not really going to intensify into anything with any particular chest hair until they hit the center portion of the map. In terms of wind shear, we have no high level cloud, but the air is still moving probably southwest at 1, maybe 2 bars. Mid-level cloud is pretty much the same, so there's a bit of a difference in speed, but nothing too much. And it's at the low level. It's the low level where we really see this wind shear come up. Yeah, okay, fine. So we have low-level wind shear. We have minimal mid-level wind shear. I think we get to this. I think we start going to the south. So really, until this storm system starts taking shape a little bit better, I don't think we have too much to do. We're going to head into a slightly better viewing position, but we'll probably actually end up coming back north again. Probably not to Westport, but probably over here. Ow. Damn it. But we'll at least come to this gas station here and just supervise the formation of this storm system. So what I expect to see happen is, as this system here continues to develop, I think the low-level wind shear is going to... Well, the cloud base is really high. Well, the cloud needs to come down quite a fair bit before we're going to start seeing anything particularly dramatic happening, which I think we're a long way away from doing. So high-level, mid-level, low-level. And pressure increases as you go down, so the higher numbers are lower altitude. Yeah, we're basically just watching and seeing at the minute, all things considered. So as this storm system continues to advance, I suspect we're going to see more low-level cloud formation. When that happens, we're going to start getting caught up with the low-level wind shear. And then once we have the low-level wind shear, and once the system moves into an area of cape, so I think we're probably looking at about north of Fort City, west of Prairie Hills and south of Bakersville, I think this is probably going to be the point where we're going to start to see supercell formation from this storm system here. So this area is the one that we're watching at the minute, but I think this core is also going to be one to watch, particularly because there's a lot of rotation behind it. This area does have rotation, so mid-green into deep red. So there's like 80 miles an hour rotation going through this core. And the core is starting to intensify. This is kind of awkward. Part of me wonders if I want to be on this road. Because if a tornado does spawned from this, it's going to be down here. And then if we are doing so there to there, it's basically gonna end up here, which means my opportunities for intercept is actually pretty shit. But potentially, we're assuming it's going to drop a tornado soon, and I don't think that's the case. Because I think we're not going to see a significant rotating updraft until we probably hit here. Okay, so let's reevaluate the weather situation. So we've now got high level cloud over here. I've got mid-level cloud here. Fine. So high level cloud here basically means that the fringes of this core are starting to get lifted up quite high. So basically, you know, we're now seeing this core here entering into an area of cape and get lifted up. So when you look at the sky, you know, if you've ever been in a plane, you may notice that, like, clouds are mostly the same height unless there's a thunderstorm somewhere in the distance. So there is actually a physical barrier that stops the cloud from getting, like, higher than that barrier. When we talk about CAPE, that's an acronym for Convective Air Potential Energy. That is basically the energy that a cloud has to actually punch through that barrier and rise up. So when CAPE is 0, you have no chance of a thunderstorm. But when you have, like, a positive CAPE value, the air can punch through that that barrier and rapidly extend, which is where you see the charge difference between the base of the cloud and the top of the cloud, and that charge difference is what produces a lightning storm, or, you know, thunder and lightning. And that CAPE, that upward movement of air, means that air underneath it has to then rush in to fill its place, and that is when you can start to see the formations of rotations and whatnot, which is basically why I'm paying so much attention to the CAPE map here. Fine, so there's a downdraft here. So this here could be the startings of a rotating updraft. So yeah, this is starting to spin up. This is starting to spin up. We are potentially looking at an early stage mesocyclone of 80 mile an hour rotational speed, so pretty weak in the grand scheme of things. Let's actually go into our Shaggin' Wagon and so where's the core of this mesocyclone? So it's kind of here. Yeah, this is kind of a rough spot because we're really in between two areas for this. Let's go get our hazard lights on. Let's get our hazard headlights on. I'm pretty sure this is going to be tornado producing, though. I'm more convinced that this one is going to be tornado producing. So right now it's in an area of no CAPE, and it is slightly to the north of where this cell was. So I think it's probably going to come closer to Westport. So I think it's going to have to get to Westport before it starts getting CAPE and becoming an interesting weather system. So I still think the one that we are looking at just now is the one to watch. But we're not really there yet. So looking at the winds, we still have a high level peak over here. Yeah, okay. So we're starting to see... This is a really slow build map, actually. Slow build scenario. At the moment, we're just waiting and seeing. The cloud systems here are starting to develop wind shear. But we're just watching this core quite closely. But I think this is a juvenile supercell here, with a rear flank downdraft and the beginnings of a rotating updraft. Yeah. So I think we're watching this south side. I kind of want to get over to this road here, and I think we're actually probably going to do that. Let's stop at this gas station and top up our fuel tank. And then we're going to reposition ourselves, because this is a really slow build scenario. So I don't think we're going to see a tornado anytime immediately soon. But I think this system here is gearing up to produce a weak tornado. I think. So let's reposition for better intercept possibilities. So I kind of want to get up here. I think the annoying thing is that this supercell here and the part of it that's going to produce a tornado is going to threat. Oh, there we go. It's like I know what I'm talking about. Are we actually producing anything yet? Oh, that's a funnel cloud. We just saw it lit up by the lightning, but there is a funnel cloud in there. Yeah, there it is. Damn, if we were down there, we would have been in a much better place. So we've reported a funnel cloud. There is a definite funnel cloud on the ground. This is slightly annoying because I think I want to be over on this road, but I don't know that I really get to it. So we're still funneling. Actually, it's got a really high ground speed. Alright, let's just engage operation what I originally said the first time round. And let's just get over to this little junction here. And then we can reposition as needed. Shit. I'll be honest with you, that dropped a tornado, or a funnel cloud, a lot quicker than I was expecting it to. How are we doing for shear? So high level shear. Yeah, there is no level. There is no low level wind shear. But there is good mid-level shear now. So the reason why wind shear is important is because wind shear, horizontal wind shear, causes the cloud to start rotating in a tube across the horizontal level, and then when you then hit an area of cape, that horizontal tube upends itself, and that's when you start to see a mesocyclone form, which can then kind of condense into a tornado if the rotating updraft is fast enough. So let's take a look and see what we're dealing with over here. So it's gone tornadic, although I don't see it. Let's just report it in. Yeah, I do not see it at all. So it's here to here. Yeah, okay, I do not see it. I think based on its trajectory, if the winds don't change, I'm probably looking at an intercept over here. But it's a very long way away, and I don't think it's going to be particularly intense for the time being. So our intercept point, I'm guessing at the minute, is over by this patch of trees. But right now I don't even see any traces of the tornado. I think we just stop here and go onto this rise for a little minute. Oh yeah, okay, we can just see it. Fine, so it's definitely in contact with the ground. There is a definite ground contact signature. So let's see where this ends up here. So the tornado is currently here. Tornado's probably now here. So we're still tracking towards this area. It might, looking at the Cape map, we may, if it's still on the ground by the time it reaches us, and that is a big if, we may actually start to see it strengthen quite significantly as it gets near us. But we're in the outer fringes of precipitation now, so I think the tornado's about here. So this, I think, is where our intercept point is. God, it's such a weak tornado. Okay, so let's just keep our reticule here and see where we go. So it's moving to the left of us. It's definitely going south of us. And it is starting to strengthen, like we said it was probably going to. Okay, so it's curved a little bit more to the south. So I think we're probably looking at an intercept point over here now. So let's go and see what the Delios is over there. Where are we? Fine, so let's stop at this junction. I still think it might be going slightly to the south of this, but we'll see. Actually, that looks pretty spot on, to be honest. I don't think that's moving particularly much. Okay, it is still head tracking southbound to us. Hard to tell because it's curling so much. So if we do this. Oh no, okay. It's turned a bit more. Heading northbound. It's heading north now. So if I put this at the northern edge. Actually, let's put it at the southern edge. Yeah, okay, it's definitely tracking northbound. So it's backtracking our vehicle a little bit more. We'll try and get a pretty half-decent intercept for this storm. Or for this tornado. Alright, let's see how this looks for size. Oh, it's actually strengthened quite for a bit. Now that it's condensed all the way, we can actually see the ground level funnel. It is still heading this way, but it's still heading northbound for us, so let's continue our little journey of reversing. I don't think we need to reverse by too much this time. Oh, that is CBDR. That is coming straight for us. Yeah, that is coming straight for us. So this tornado to here, yeah, that is absolutely coming straight for us. Once it crosses these power lines, oh fuck! It just moves south. It just moves south. Fuck. I was gonna say once it crosses the power lines, I'm basically going to drop down our probe and get out of dodge. Okay, it's still going south of us. It's close to the power lines. It's very close to the power lines. Yeah, okay, that's us. This is us. Okay, I was gonna drive to the south. I'll have to do that because we're facing that way. Okay, we can now hear the tornado. It is getting a lot closer to us. Okay, let's go for it. Let's go for the wee cheeky screenshots. So it doesn't have a terribly fast ground speed. It is condensed all the way to the ground. We do have a good sized inflow slot with rotation, so the mesocyclone is potentially looking at 120 miles an hour rotation with a tornadic distance of, you know, probably only a few tens of yards. We aren't getting pickup yet though on the probe, which either means it's incredibly weak or we are going to miss, which is not necessarily ideal. Yeah, the ground speed has slowed down considerably. Holy shit. And actually, it's starting to weaken up quite a fair bit. So there's our probe. I think our probe is too far to the south. I think it's moved north again, which is annoying. We do get some pickup value, but it's not great. Yeah, it was way to the north of us. So I think we can actually park here and pick up the probe. So wind speed 57 miles an hour. We're firmly in the RFD. So from my point of view, we have two options here. We either continue with this storm as it moves into the areas of stronger cape and potentially strengthens, or we shift our attention to these areas here, which is kind of almost a very much of a derecho formation, and see what it does. So I'd reckon this area has good potential for a spin-up tornado. Maybe potentially this or this area as well. Which is slightly unfortunate because if we chase this storm, we are going to lose track of a good intercept point for anything that comes out of the storm behind. And from the start of this run, I did say this was the system that we wanted to pay more attention to, purely because it was more intense. Let's just stay in position for a little bit here and see what this tornado system does, because it looks like it's weakened quite a fair bit. We're no longer condensed all the way down. So the reason why condensation is important is because tornadoes can still be very, very dangerous, even if they're not condensed all the way to the ground. Because condensation is related to the pressure within the tornado, and the stronger the tornado is, the lower the pressure that's in the core. Therefore, like, an incredibly strong tornado will always basically be condensed all the way to the ground. So I don't think this is as strong as it could be. So it was. So it may be getting itself in position to rope the fuck out, which means if I start chasing this, I might be chasing something that is about to rope out and miss whatever goes on here. Like, this to me looks like the formation of a pretty tasty inflow slot. I wouldn't be too surprised if this starts going tornadic soon. Somewhere over here. Yeah, let's just watch and wait for a little bit. We'll do a couple of updates and see. Of course, the counterpoint is that this tornado is starting to get into that tri-point between Bakersville, Fort City, and Prairie Hills that I said was going to start intensifying tornadoes. Yeah, I really think this is going to go tornadic. So the rotation over Westport right now is deep red into white. So that's, what, 35, 70, 140 miles an hour potential for a mesocyclone. It doesn't look like it's mesocyclonic yet. It actually looks like it's occluded, which means... It looks like it was mesocyclonic and then it's occluded over, which means this is going to weaken. But yeah, this is directly west of us. This is over here. There is a little bit of low level something going on. Oh, that's pretty cool. So this is one big change the devs have made with the tornado lighting. So you can see this tornado system is now backlit. So instead of having the white color as it did when it was front lit, it's very grey, very dark in appearance. Okay, so this potential mesocyclone did occlude over, so Okay, I think we are going to chase this system here for a bit longer. We can still maneuver ourselves north if needs be, if the system unoccludes, but right now it looked like it was trying to spin itself into a mesocyclone, and then it occluded over, which is basically where the kind of rear flank downdraft kind of merges itself back into the mesocyclone, and with no clear inflow slot, it means that the rotating updraft cannot be maintained, and then the whole system weakens as a result of that. So the whole thing with a mesocyclone is it's a self-sustaining system with a rotating updraft bringing air in and up, and a rear flank downdraft bringing air down and out. So it is to a certain extent self-sustaining, and when it occludes, which mesocyclones do thankfully want to do, but when it occludes, it means you're cutting off the fuel for that self-sustaining nature. So yeah, I can't even see the part that we were very interested in. I think it's here. But yeah, it's now not doing anything interesting at all. Meanwhile, we do have a confirmed tornado over here, so let's go ahead and actually reallocate that. And it does look like it is strengthening. So unfortunately, we gambled and we lost. Based on the winds profile, I think we're going to start seeing this storm system slowly move northwards towards the south side of Bakersville. I don't at the moment foresee that it's going to hit Bakersville, but if the winds change again, it might. We'll have to see. We will have to see. Dum, 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 dum. Okay, I'm slightly wary of getting into the outer fringes of this really intense area here. But you know what? The ground speed is quite low. I wonder if we can actually navigate ourselves into position in front of this. So what are we looking at here? So this is definitely moving north. I wonder if we can pull off a cheeky intercept here. So I would suggest our intercept point is probably going to be over here. Oh, this is going to be hella risky. Oh, actually, hang on. Stop. No, it's still moving. Okay. I think it's moving slow enough that we can safely get ourselves into position here. We're going to do a little bit of a cheeky handbrake turn to get ourselves... Oh no. I thought the winds had changed. I don't actually think they have. But the ground contact of this tornado is moving incredibly slowly. I actually think it's roping out. It looks like it's roping out. We'll see what this does. I am pretty confident... Actually, I think the intercept's probably going to be over here, so I think the tornado's here. We'll see. We can hear it now. It's always hard when a tornado's slow moving like this. But we'll see what the script is. It doesn't really look like we have very much in the way of... Well, this area might be trying to spin up into something. There's some good portions of rotation here, but it doesn't really look like it has a structure for anything. Yeah, it's really hard to tell. Yeah, no, I was right with my original assertion. So it did. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was right with the intercept point being over there. So I think the tornado is weak enough that we have missed it. Oh no, we just caught the outer fringes of it. Now, did we catch the outer fringes of it, or is it re-strengthening? Oh god, look at that view. Yeah, that is re-strengthening actually quite rapidly. Okay, so we did manage a successful intercept there. Actually, I need to be careful because we're on the outer fringes. So we're 50 miles an hour wind. The car can tolerate 100 miles an hour. Oh yeah, that's strengthening. That is re-strengthening. Of course, in real life, you would never ever do this because tornadoes can rapidly change direction and they can go back on themselves. It's rare, but it is definitely not unheard of for tornadoes to just suddenly do a little loop and go back on themselves. So you would never, ever, ever, ever want to get that close to this, to a tornado in real life. But this here is a video game, so I feel a lot more comfortable with it. Handbrake turn, because why not? And we can see we have actually very almost condensed all the way to the ground. So this tornado hasn't actually cycled once. This has been just a really long track, not particularly strong tornado. However, we are very slowly building into areas of increased cape. So we may start to see this tornado get bigger. What are we working with here? Oh, that's very almost CBDR. Let's pull forward a little bit more. So I think the corner of this tornado is here. So I think we're probably looking at here for an intercept. Oh, that's a lamppost. Yeah, okay, I want to be a little bit more forward. I actually think his ground speed just picked up a little bit. So let's get over to here. To the bushes. And we're going to turn around. Yeah, okay, that is a unit. So the tornado's really close and it's strengthening quite quickly. So this is not a direct intercept, but I will take a fringe intercept. Let's just get to a place of safety and watch the tornado go past. So this supercell here actually has quite an intense core. Looking at the rotation profile, we're what, bright red into mid-green. So we're still looking at a mesocyclone with about 140 miles an hour winds. I'm slightly cautious that this area might be trying to intensify into another meso. Oh, wow. Okay, Jesus Christ, that's trying to go stovepipe on us. That's pretty. The ground speed is incredibly low on this tornado, though. Oh wow, okay, it's moved nearly northbound. Alright, hang on. Let's go for it. Let's go for a wee cheeky screeny. Yeah. Look at that. So this is rapidly becoming what we refer to as a stovepipe tornado. So I think we are currently looking at a stovepipe tornado with very considerable northerly input. Oh, actually, I say that. Nope, nope, no, no, get away, get away, get away. Oh, fuck. Okay, we're at 70 miles an hour. I may have to abandon the car. 100, yeah, abandon, abandon. Cheese it! I can't lie down in this, but I may lose the car here. Oh no, I lost me. Whee! Oh, there's the car, and there's me. Damn it! Well, we died. So, unfortunately, we get no earnings for this, because we did die. So that is unfortunate. But yeah, that, I thought that tornado was going straight north. And so I wanted to go and pick up the probe, and basically I made a grave mistake. I made a grave mistake. That would have been an absolute beast of a pickup if I had landed it, because the tornado was strengthening quite considerably, and looking at where I ended up with the car, that probably would have been close to a direct contact with it, so...
We could go easy on the team kills.
This is bar.
Just saying.
Oh my god.
Are you fucking serious?
Where the fuck did they get here?
What's happening? Oh. What the fuck?
You fucking bitch!
Oh, here he is. Ka-chow!
Get your dilly vegetables.
Strawberry isn't a vegetable, you fucking mortal!
Let's go! Come on! Yeah! Oh!
But I'm looking down to plant the bomb.
Yeah, but he could... Okay, okay. Just because you can't see it. Oh! You can say if you want to, you can fuck a hooker! Are we ready for the flesh
Are you ready for
tunnel?
Tony Hawk's pro flesh tunnel?
Throttle down, throttle up.
You're a wanker. Okay, I'm
Oh! Fuck!
What does the army say?
Fuck.
Fuck.
Ah, fuck!
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah.
I literally can't move.
I'm spawned in the barrel of water.
You're really fast, and I am very good with ropes. That came out badly. Shut up.
We waited all this fucking time for you to download the game! And you fucking get yourself banned!
Doesn't hit as hard as life does.
Jesus Christ, that was
Okay.
deep. Who hurt you?
Shit.
Say the word exterminate.
Just up, down, there, right behind you, up the stairs. There we go.
No, that's my tank! Oh, I got it, I got it. Ah! Fuck! Fudge! Oh lord, he's right there! What? Stop the zombie apocalypse, I want to talk about paddle steamers! What are you doing, aircraft? Fuck, I'm dead. Not good, not good, not good!
Why is it a planter in the fucking hallway?
Well, because that's where I'm gonna grow my fucking plants, innit? Come cannon! Fucking die!
Bunny talks more like this. No, wait, that's not right. Choity toity woities. That's.
There's a cloaker! Oh lord! Oh yes! I shuriken the lights out of that!
Why have I been sent to prison?
Oh, holy fuck! That motherfucker just sank the bus. Do you have any idea how many broken bones you have?
I'm a jellyfish.
Fuck! Fuck! Fucking dumbass!
God damn it!
Absolute fucking.
Why did that not go through?
Cause you suck. What the moon doing? Oh, bitch, I can't be outnumbered. I don't know how to count.
That's a fucking threat.
Then beat them the balloon. I thought you were gonna hit us up with a Roger Roger in that voice.
Roger, Roger.
Speed sign. You. Fucking hard mode.
Ah, you bitch!
Ah, okay, that's no bueno. This is no bueno. This is very no bueno. All right, let's just abandon.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Oh! We can't break this with all the people inside. Oh, fuck yeah, we can. Fuck yeah.